pee on the potty. This is Bug and Moss in the morning.
Oh, from your skittering studios underneath your favorite rock, it is 7:02 o'clock on the Bug and Moss morning shit. Oops.
All right, roll it back. Let's try again.
Whoops, yeah, I slipped and I fell on the ground. From the skittering studios underneath your favorite rock, this is the Bug and Moss morning telephone show. I am Moss.
I'm Bug.
And I spy a new chatter already in the morning. Good morning to Mama Millipede, who is hanging out. That is a phenomenal username.
I agree.
What were you saying?
No, we just kept talking at the same time.
Oh, sorry. We could say everything together.
We could do that. And would you like it?
I
think it would make the show
more exciting.
Bad. Oh.
Interesting.
That's kind of a different opinion we have.
What do we got going on this morning, Bug, on the morning telephone show?
I have a news story, and I also have a Fashion Pigs.
Oh, you have a Fashion Pig?
I have a Fashion Pigs.
Oh, we haven't played Fashion Pigs in so long. I'm so excited. That is one of my favorite games.
Are you programming your vape right now?
No, I'm not programming my vape.
I just saw you playing on the LED screen.
Yeah, baby, I'm hacking the SEC right now, actually. Yeah.
Are you
Securities and Exchange Commission.
Are you playing Snake or?
Yeah, I'm playing Snake, and then if I win, the government explodes.
Can you hack the Grand Exchange on that, like in RuneScape?
In RuneScape, no. Their security's crazy. You wouldn't think it. But ever since the stuff happened at Lumbridge, they really tightened it down.
I actually would think it because I have nearly entirely lost my RuneScape account like 6 times because I've been hacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, they take it pretty seriously. They're just like, oh, well, but you haven't logged in, so I think maybe you just start a new account.
I used to share my RuneScape account with my friend Joseph, who lived in Ohio, who I met in Ratchet & Clank online when I was 12. And I used to call him on the phone all the time, and we would play Ratchet & Clank all day. It was great. And then we played RuneScape. And I remember I gave him my password, and then a couple weeks later, he was like, okay, I've been playing for a bit, and I picked up the thing, and my guy was level 80. And I was like, wow, that's cool.
That's not usually what happens. That's what people tell you they're going to do for you when you give them your account information.
Now, I'm getting a notification on our Twitch that says I can watch something to open a great ball.
Yeah, I saw that too. I don't know if it's some kind of Pokemon Gachapon or what.
I assume that's what it is. I don't know enough about Pokemon to know how great that ball is necessarily.
I was like, this feels like a scam. I don't want to be advertised. Listen, if something is a link to something else and it implies gambling, I'm not going to click on it.
Yeah.
It's a bad idea. What are we doing here?
Also, we had someone pop in chat. Coyote Astronaut got in there and knocked him right down. It looked like an AI stream viewers ad, happens so often on this platform. But it was in such a weird font that I wonder if that was a person making a joke.
I don't know.
I don't think they were. But it's so hard to tell. At least all the other ones have the courtesy of saying everything the exact same. Hey,
yes.
I want to play Fashion Pigs so bad.
It's not a game.
It's not a game.
Not today, no.
Oh. Is it just a news story?
It's just a story.
That's so fun. Why don't we go ahead and do it, Bug?
Okay, let's do it. Open your email when you play the thing.
I'll
play the thing.
You're the only one who's got the Fashion Pigs thing.
Do you have my sound?
Yeah,
Are you sure you're ready?
I got your sound, Bug.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do Fashion Pigs. Whoa, fashion is crazy. Am I right? It's so wild what rich people will do. This story comes to us from Bug Fan Club. Thank you. I did a little bit more research, and though I could not find this item for sale, I did dig up a little bit more. Moss, I've sent you an email.
You've sent me an email filled with AVIF files.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, but that's simply what the internet gave me.
Okay.
And I understand, but hey, also, I know you're listening to people who do Affinity. You have to make it so that we can process AVIF files.
I've never heard of those before. I think that's an old format. But all right, Bug, you tell me what I need to do.
There's a small web format. It's a small compression format for web images. I need you to open the ones first that say Chanel. It doesn't matter what order.
So we'll start with Chanel.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what the story is. Okay.
So you might have to download
That's
these.
That's okay. We'll get it. And we can open it with photos, always.
Okay. Hopefully.
And with any luck, we'll be able to get... Okay.
There we go.
All right. Oh, golly, gee willikers. What are we looking at here, Bug?
So-
Or I'll describe it since it's your game.
Yeah.
We are looking at a person who's wearing a black dress that kind of looks like those beaded curtains that you can hang up between rooms. It's like made of small black circles hung on strings. But that's not the most striking part of the picture. The most striking part of the picture is that the wearer of this dress is also wearing shoes that consist solely of a heel. A flat heel is like a jazz soft shoe.
Yeah.
And no front of the foot. This person's barefooting on the ground.
Yeah, so these are Chanel's new heels. I'm not kidding. They are, I assume, except that this is a real actress really wearing these.
I gotta say, my initial impression may be in the neighborhood of revulsion, but at the same time, I actually low-key kind of think this could be cool. It's like a little bit weird sci-fi. It's a little bit Hunger Games, I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess the thing about it is, the thing about this shoe is that it isn't one. And I feel like I remember from our era of growing up, the shoes that were just the top of your foot. Do you remember that? Because like it would look like a flip-flop or a sandal, but it would just be kind of like foot jewelry.
No.
That almost...
Oh, wait. It would be like you'd like loop around your middle toe.
Yeah.
And it was like a bracelet for your foot.
Yeah.
I do remember those.
So that makes sense to me because that would be comfortable to walk in. That's just like, oh, you're barefoot and you have something ornamental on top. These look like a sensory hell to walk in.
Yeah, they are protecting just the heel, like the knob of your heel on the back of your foot, which is not like these would not help you if you stepped on Legos.
Right. And as Mama Millipede said, someone saw corner protectors and thought, I need those on my feet immediately.
Yeah, like the kind of when you unpack a box of IKEA furniture and there's those like thick cardboard corner protectors. It is like that for your heels.
It is. You could put them on your elbows and look just like a poster. Like Coyote Astronaut said, Fashion Pigs bringing out the Piggies. Yeah, there's also that, isn't there? It's interesting to me because you're sort of wrapping your foot as though it's a gas station hot dog.
Okay.
Where the bottom of it is sort of demurely tucked in, and then the rest of it's just kind of like raw. Just like out there for the world to see.
If I was wearing these, I would walk around so that only my heel touched the ground and my feet were up in the air. And I'd probably develop some kind of like issues with my feet as a result.
I think this is definitely a shoe that causes issues with your feet. And not to say there aren't plenty of fashionable shoes that do that.
So how much does this cost? Do we have to guess?
No idea.
No idea.
I couldn't find that.
Really? I guess if you have to ask, you probably can't afford it.
I don't know if they're just like I don't think they're currently in a ready to wear sale format. I couldn't find them.
Okay.
So yeah, opens the rest of the Chanel ones. We do have a couple more photos of these and then a couple other designs as well. Bug Fan Club agrees with my gas station hot dog. Oh, and then we have an onigiri comparison, which is very good.
Oh,
like with the little nori.
They do seem to come in sort of different styles, I see.
Yeah, I will say, I like the gold one better. And it's because it almost looks a little bit more like what I was talking about, where it's like jewelry for your foot, except it still is just on the back of your foot.
Yeah, they are all sort of the same kind of thing. I'm also starting to feel a little bit weird about how many pictures of feet I just have open on my computer right now. I have 3 monitors in front of me while we do the show, and all of them are feet right now.
It's called Fashion Pigs.
Yeah.
Fashion Piggies, as Coyote said.
And then this is
Let them dogs out.
We're looking at the bigger picture of the first person who's wearing that dress. I do not recognize this actor.
I don't either. But I will say, can you pull up the gold ones?
Yeah, absolutely. They're just buried in the stack.
So again, I think this shoe would almost work for me if it was only on the heel like it is, and then it wrapped around to the top of your foot and had some kind of decoration on the top.
The problem for you isn't the bare-ass ball of the foot smacking around on the ground, stepping on Legos and bird shit and whatever
I mean, I'm going to
else.
say I don't like that, but if we're talking about a shoe that you're going to be just wearing to like runway and red carpet events, and if it is just kind of like I'm a piece of art, this is some art on me, blah, blah, blah type thing, that's fine, but it's too ugly for that as it is.
Have you ever heard the old man advice of don't skimp out on the things that separate you from the ground?
Yes.
Spend more money on things that separate you from the ground. Car tires, your bed, and your shoes, basically, things like that. Shoes are one of the few, like, articles of clothing that you wear every day that serve a very distinct function. Like, if I could wear a shirt that was just nipples, right? And that would be fine. Like, I could wear a shirt that's just nipples. It would still do everything it needs to. But this critically removes the core function of shoe, which is difficult for me. Because even flip-flops, the most naked of shoe, they protect you from the ground.
They're sort of the reverse of this. But even so, again, this is even less, I think you are hard-pressed to call this a shoe. I would venture to say that if maybe Chanel can't sell these, because if they tried to sell these as shoes, they would be shut down.
Ah. The actor in that picture, by the way, is apparently Margaret Qualley, who is an actress and Jack Antonoff's ex.
Well, there you go.
I don't know who Jack Antonoff is either.
I don't either.
But yeah, Lightbulb says there's no bottom of the shoe. Yes, there is no bottom of the shoe.
Let us make sure we are fully describing this for our listeners so that you guys can really understand. This is a shoe, in air quotes, where it is literally just the heel around the heel of the foot, and then there are two stupid little ties that come up to tie it.
Yep.
It is ugly, functionless.
I like it.
Okay, Moss likes it.
I like it. I like it aesthetically. I don't like it practically.
I don't like it aesthetically. I think it sort of is giving nothing. I think the gold one is giving a little bit more. The black one is absolutely just looks like you cut the heel off of a shoe from Walmart.
Well, I see also, Bug, that this is not the only thing included in this email.
No, I think we should probably open up the other ones. These are brought to us by Jeffrey Campbell.
Jeffrey Campbell? Now, that's a name that sounds vaguely familiar. Okay.
So this is more of a shoe.
This is more of a shoe. What we're looking at now is kind of an expanded idea of the last thing, where it is still something that straps to your heel, but in this case, it has a bit of a platform, and then it sort of extends underneath the arch of your foot and leads up. So the ball of your foot is still on the ground. Your toes are still going to be ground into whatever you step on.
Yeah.
But your heel and now the arch of your foot is supported by a sort of riser.
And it is, because it is actually a heel with a riser, definitely going to be worse to walk in. However, as far as I'm concerned, now that one's worse. Let's just stick to the first one. Let's stick to the first one and describe it for those who are listening. It's got a ballerina shoe thing where it laces all the way up to under the knee, which, as we all know, never works at all, is always terribly designed, and will fall down. As much as we all want it to look like Dee Dee from Dexter's Lab, this is a non-functional shoe thing.
Yeah, but I really do like how those strappy things look.
Yeah.
I wish they had like glue on the inside.
I'll just get them tattooed because we all like the way they look. They do not work. You will look like a ham. You will cut off all of the circulation in your leg, and they will fall down. Yes?
Nothing. I was just looking at you, Bug.
They definitely could work if they had some elastic or something, but I guarantee these are just fucking ribbons. And then it's just a wedge. Like, it's exactly the kind of riser you would put in your shoe if you needed lifts, because like one of your legs was longer than the other ones. And that's the shoe. And then, so this one is like stupid, but it's not as ugly. Like, I kind of get what we're doing here from a concept perspective. It's not really functional. It's stupid. Let's check out the next one.
JC Dirty Shoes 3.
Yeah, that's what I titled it.
Okay.
So this is another Jeffrey Campbell design. Moss, do you want to describe what's happening here?
Yeah. So again, another sort of thing. All the thread tying all this together is these are all shoes in air quotes that are strapped just to the back heel of your foot. These ones have dinky little high heels. They've got a little stub. They kind of look like they kind of look like Kingdom Hearts shoes. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Yeah, these all sort of are giving Kingdom Hearts.
I've looked at too many feet this morning. I'm officially sick of looking at feet.
Yeah, nobody.
I'm SOLF.
Nobody likes it, but hey, you need to describe things to people who are just watching.
Yeah.
So, yeah, these I think are probably the worst ones to walk in. If you get stuck in a cobblestone, you're going to permanently damage your body. They have the worst straps I've ever seen. If the rest of the shoe was there, it would still be a terrible shoe to walk in.
Yeah, these are abysmal. Mama Millipede says, you can always count on rich people to make less of a product and call it designer.
Exactly.
And then Lightbulb says, it looks like you wanted to wear heels that were for babies and then just chopped the front off.
Yeah.
And Mama Millipede said, tiny strap-on for your feet.
That is exactly.
Yeah, honestly, they do look like tiny little strap-ons for the bottom of your feet.
I like the Jeffrey Campbell ones, I think, because they seem to be going so cunty that I'm way less concerned with the idea of them being anything you can wear. Like the way the photo shoot is staged as well is clearly just like, I'm beautiful, isn't this stupid? And I can get behind that. Like I can have some fun in that space.
Yeah, I get down with weird fashion stuff for sure.
But I think that for some reason, these just read to me as like funnier and more avant-garde. And I think the Chanel ones are just fucking stupid. They look like something you could buy. I almost said it a Sunoco, and I'm going to kind of stick with that. Or just like a Hollister in the clearance section where you're just like, you pick it up and you're like, why the fuck did they order these?
Yeah, man. I don't think if I saw one of these loose in a Goodwill bin, I'm not sure I'd be able to figure out what it was, to be completely honest.
I think that's really fair. You'd be like trying to put it on your boobs, like, oh, that's interesting. Where does this piece go?
This is a weird lift. Wow. Okay. So that's dumb.
Yeah. Hello, Dean, coming into the episode just now. We're talking about shoes that are only heels.
Yeah.
Shoes with no fronts. And that's our fashion pigs.
That's very good. Thank you, Bug, for making me aware of this. I do not like it.
No.
But I appreciate being made aware of it.
Yeah, it's good to know. It's good to be aware.
I really can't get down with the removal of the like protective layer of the shoe for me. Because again, as yesterday we talked about me and my baby soft feet that have never seen a rock. I'd be in pain. Owie, owie, ouch.
Yeah, I can play in a space of fashion not needing to be functional. Like, I'm interested in subverting our ideas of what these things are, but the sort of complete separation, like the general separation of class in our country in particular, but I think overall in our global society in many ways, I think makes it a lot harder to respect anything that these brands do, because as we will constantly come back to with Fashion Police, they're doing this because we're talking about it. Like, this isn't interesting as a fashion statement because it's like barely a fashion statement.
Well, it's kind of like everything, where we live in the era of grift and we live in the era of like everything has to, you have to heighten everything. And so the more ridiculous, the more like outlandish, the more it's talked about, the more marketing that is, there's no such thing as bad press kind of thing.
Yeah.
But if it goes with an outfit, I mean, like, yeah.
It doesn't, but if it did, I did see a pair of shoes that I actually think are spectacular. I think there's an incredible thing with fashion where if you can make something that makes people upset, like half of people upset and the other half of people desperately want to buy it, that's really good. And I saw a shoe like that in my search. Do you have something to say?
I've got one.
Okay.
I'm going to invent my own. I'm going to invent moss shoes. And they're not going to be like that. They're going to be fully latex shoes.
Ew.
Okay? So fully latex, super duper tight, all the way like from the ankle up the calf. But the foot part is not going to be tight. That's going to be kind of loose and bulbous. And it covers your whole foot, except there's a hole. There's holes in the front for each of your toes with a spacer in between. And so to put it on, you have to pull each of your toes out, and they'll be sticking out at sort of weird angles of the top of this kind of bulbous latex blob at the bottom of your leg.
That's gross. Why'd you come up with it?
That's my shoe.
Is it because you like it or because you're trying to be gross?
I'm going to make $1 million, Bug. This is what separates us from the haves. We are have-nots, and the haves obviously have something going on.
I'm with Mama Millipede. You're going to be squirting sweat with every step.
And it's going to come out like a garden sprinkler from all of the like holes that your toes are poked through.
That's truly a disgusting image.
You walk down the street like this. You sound like SpongeBob a little bit.
I mean, I guess. I'm deeply disturbed by it also because I am allergic to latex. So there's no part of that doesn't sound like hell to me.
Yeah, that would be very bad for you. Well, that's Fashion Pigs. Thanks for bringing that to the show, Bug. Thank you, Bug Fan Club, for sending that in.
I also do have a shoe that I want to talk about that's spectacular.
Okay.
So this is my example of a shoe. I'm going to go ahead and send it to you that I love and would wear. Like, I wish I owned these, and I think a lot of people will not like.
Okay.
Which I think is like a cool sort of fashion thing, because you've made something that is not universally appealing.
Well, what we just saw was certainly not universally appealing as well.
Well, no, but it was stupid and dumb and didn't have any artistic merit that I could see.
Whereas what you just sent me, you think does?
Yeah.
Okay.
These are the faux taxidermy, hyper-realistic cat heels.
Faux taxidermy, hyper-realistic cat heels.
I would fucking wear these.
Okay, is everyone ready to see these? Let's go ahead.
They're not like gross.
I'll put them up. No, I just meant I was just buying time. So these are exactly what it sounds like. They look like real cat heads on the tips of your shoes.
Yeah.
And they're kind of snarling.
They're going like, "Meow."
They look like Chesters.
Yeah, that's a couple of Chesters on your shoes.
Enter, this is what it says right below. Enter the Sphinx kitten heels. Unveiled by the visionary creative director, Daniel Roseberry, these are absolutely not your average everyday pumps. They perfectly encapsulate the surrealist boundary-pushing legacy of the house's legendary founder, Elsa Schiaparelli, and they're already being hailed as the most talked-about accessory of the year.
Here's what I love about these too is like these are being talked about because they're like weird and super high effort, and like they're upsetting because they subvert expectations in a way where you're just like, you don't even really know how to feel about the way they look. That's fun to me. I think that's so cool.
Yeah.
And so I would wear these. I'm one of the freaks that love these.
I don't know if I would wear these, but I really can appreciate the amount of detail that went into crafting these cat heads. These are absolutely bizarre. They look like taxidermy, man. And there's a point where you cross the line where it starts to look so realistic that it's like upsetting. And these are there.
Yeah.
These are in that uncanny
These look like
valley.
something that like a villain, like a Cruella de Vil type person would wear.
Actually, Bug, I need you to wear these because every time you take a step, I'll be like, hey, stop pussyfooting around.
Yeah. And it's funny too because it's a play on kitten heel, right? Like there's so much.
What's a kitten heel?
A kitten heel is it's a like length of heel. It's like a short heel.
Oh, I did not know that. Oh, okay, so actually that's fun. So kitten heels, I just pulled it up on Google Images. They are like heels that are the size of one of the heel-only shoes we looked at earlier, the ones that we said look like little strap-ons for your feet. Those are like kitten heel sized.
Most of the ones that you have there with the strap on the back, those would all be sling back kitten heels.
Okay.
If you wanted to like understand what kind of shoe that is.
Right on.
Yeah, so that's fashion. That's today in fashion.
That's today in fashion. Cat taxidermy shoes, man. Talk about something fun to do. Hey, I got a news story.
Talk about a good time.
Talk about a good time. I got a news story for us, something I've encountered on UPI Odd News.
Tell us about it.
Will this stick around and turn into a whole thing? Or will Bug and Moss forget it immediately? This is a generic segment.
UPI Odd News has come here with some fun stuff for us to talk about. What a weird way to open a segment, Mason. Back it up. Wisconsin cat. Born with record-breaking 29 toes. We all love a kitty with big paws, right? And everyone's got a friend who's got a cat who's got some extra toes. My friend Caitlin's cat, I think, had 9 toes. He had like big old hamburger helper hands. He had like 3 extras.
Oh my God.
This Wisconsin cat has got them biggest peats on the entire planet.
He looks proud.
A Wisconsin cat is stepping into the record books with an incredible feat. He has 29 toes. A Rebus Anomaly, a Maine Coon cat belonging to Kendra Vandenbloomer and Hunter Nett, earned the Guinness World Record for most toes on a cat after his digits were counted at 29, 11 more than the standard number for a domesticated feline. The previous record of 28 toes was set by a Canadian pet named Jake in 2002. A Michigan family's kitten named Toby tied the record earlier this year. But Erebus Anomaly has taken things to a new level. I'm going to go ahead and I'll share with you part of this YouTube video showing him.
Oh, he's so cute.
This is Erebus, and he's now
Hang on, let me go. I got to pause the bumpers. All right. Let's go ahead and check out the video of Erebus. We can see these beans in real time.
with a Guinness World Record in tow.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 on this one.
With 8 toes on one paw and 7 on all the others, this Maine Coon has 29 toes.
Oh my
breaking
God,
the
look at him,
28 toe
Hams.
record that has stood since 2002. And he's being quite humble about the whole thing.
Very relaxing to be a world record holder.
Right?
He's like, it's just another day for him.
A little potty baby girl.
Wow.
His parents, Kendra and Hunter, own a breeding cattery in Wisconsin called Blue Northern Maine Coons.
Good boy, too.
But his biological parents, specifically Dad, can help explain the historic appendages. His father, Senzano, has 6 toes on each paw, coming to a total of 24. The normal amount for a cat is 18.
Dad is from Russia and mom is from here in the U.S.
He's doing really good.
Anyway, this video is extremely long. But them's big Pete's. That cat could palm a basketball.
Yeah. Hey, there's no rule that says cats can't play basketball.
And that cat certainly could. It could pick up a whole basketball with just one of its little hams. That's
Yeah.
great. Mama Millipede says, now that's pizza beans.
Yeah.
Sid says, Wisconsin cheese? No, Wisconsin beans.
Oh, I love beans.
Colin says, our friend Katie only has 9 toes, but she was born with 10. So is Katie a person?
And what happened?
Yeah, Katie lost a toe. Is that what's going on? And Colin says, Toby or not Toby? That is the question.
And that's so true.
That's so wise, bestie. I'm always saying that.
He is.
Oh, Dean teed you up for that joke, I see. Anyway, that's cats, and the pendulum has swung down towards the bottom of the hour. It is just about 7:30. It's 7:27 on the Bug and Mouse Morning Telephone Show as we all gear up for a busy, busy Tuesday. And I just want to take a moment and say thank you to the folks that make this show possible. We keep it ad-free here on Twitch. Thanks to our supporters over at patreon.com/Bug and Moss. If you want to join the freaks, fools, and fugitives that help make us able to eat and sleep indoors, you can do that. Patreon.com/Bug and Moss. And a big thanks to our community partners. Today, I want to say a big thank you to Timeline Scavengers, putting the MCU in historical order, scene by scene or day by day. The show starts at the dawn of time in Thor 2 and then goes to eons ago in What If, then to 15,000 BCE in Black Panther, and so on. It's a podcast specifically designed to last forever as they just keep making more and more scenes and days for them to talk about. They're found on all podcatchers under Timeline Scavengers. So if you are a fan of the MCU, this is a show for you, a good companion show. We're also brought to you by Brippy151, the Pokemon Challenge YouTube channel where the main goal currently is to beat the Gen 1 game Pokemon Yellow in a solo challenge with all 151 Pokedex entries. Although they've also done some Gen 2 and Gen 3 videos too. YouTube.com/@Brippy151. And then something exceedingly special today. We have a big announcement. Today is Leonard's 30th birthday. Woo! Happy birthday to Leonard. Funeral Moon in the chat. He's not here this morning. I hope he is sleeping in and enjoying today on his birthday. But happy birthday to Leonard, a guy I have known for over 10 years. Great friend, great dude, unrealistically talented musician, phenomenal guy, Leonard. And Leonard told me that the only thing he wants for his birthday, and this is real, I have it. I forwarded the message to the Bug and Moss Discord channel so I'd have it in posterity. The only thing Leonard wants for his birthday is for you to pre-order Emily's book. Boom. Emily's book, check you out. Eva Mae Morin's debut novel just came out today. It was released today. And if you want to celebrate Leonard's birthday, you got to go pick yourself up a copy. EvaMaeMorin.com. It's also available on Amazon. Eva Mae Morin is also a community partner of the Bug and Moss Morning Telephone Show. It's her debut kissing book. Check you out. Go order it and wish Leonard a happy birthday while you do it. Bug is shooting the cats with the air cannon.
Yeah, sorry about that. hate to crash the moment. It's Chester.
No, that's good. Happy birthday, Leonard. Happy published author birthday to M. And that's our
Pretty
community
freaking
partner.
exciting stuff.
Get your hands on that book.
Everyone's talented. Everyone's older. We are happy to be here. And guess what, Moss?
What, Bug?
I'm not fucking done.
Whoa, what? There's more fashion pigs? Okay.
There is more fashion pigs. And today, somebody's going to be arrested.
Oh, no. Okay, what's up?
So get ready to call the police. Moss, what's the one item of clothing you don't wear?
Shorts.
Yeah, he hates shorts. He's not interested in them.
No interest.
And so here's my question for the chat. Why is he wearing swim trunks every day?
What are you talking about wearing swim trunks?
Why is every day he wearing his swim trunks around the house?
I'm not wearing, I'm going to put my legs on screen. I'm wearing pants.
Right now you're wearing pants. Yesterday, While you were streaming with your friends, you were wearing swim trunks. The day before that, you were wearing swim trunks. I keep washing your swim trunks. We haven't gone swimming. But I wonder why that is. Do you think it's because they're the only shorts you own?
They're also, to be clear, they're not crunchy, crinkly swim trunks. They do not have netting. They are just basketball shorts that we bought at Walmart for $2.90.
They are swim trunks.
They are not. They're just basketball shorts.
I'm pretty sure they're swim trunks.
Nah, dude, they got no netting, and they're way too heavy, and they will fall off. So I just tie them really tight when we go swimming.
Well, I don't know. First of all, he just didn't buy swim trunks when we went specifically to buy swim trunks.
Because they were $2.90. That's a great deal.
Okay, this is insane from top to bottom. I'm sure you can all agree. So you're just wearing shorts.
I was. Okay, I'll come clean. I wore shorts in the comfort of my own home. You know what else I do in the comfort of my own home? Sometimes I don't wear anything at all. Hey, Bug, this might be a shock. Sometimes I'm just in my underwear. The other day, I was only wearing socks for like an hour and a half.
Okay.
So
you don't have a vendetta against socks.
No, but you know what I wouldn't do? Leave the house in them.
Well, yeah, but you have a lot of outfits you won't leave the house in.
Yeah, but I won't leave the house in shorts because that's indecent for me.
Your vendetta against shorts is coming up against a wall of reality that it literally cannot pass.
What is that?
It is that you clearly crave shorts.
I don't crave
You
shorts.
crave them, and there are times when you need them, and it's fine for you to ease your way into wearing shorts. It's just not, I don't think it's any longer all right for you to lie.
I don't think I crave shorts. I don't have any desire for shorts. Sometimes it gets really hot in the office. Yesterday when I was wearing them, I had just finished streaming Long Walk to Diamond City, which involves a lot of moving around in this heavy flight suit that makes me sweaty. I took off all of my clothes and I put on shorts, and I almost didn't put on a shirt. And so then I was like, this will cool me down.
Hey, chat. What's the typical reason you wear shorts? Is it maybe when it get hot outside?
But I would never wear them outside. Okay, we got to catch up on chat here. Colin says, let me go back even farther. Mama Millipede says, ACAB includes fashion police. And Bug, kind of feel like you're starting to act like a little bit of a fashion cop.
That's fair.
Dean says, in case I have to swim suddenly. What if it got real wet in here real fast? What would I do? Colin said, it's summer. Sid said, wow, put it on blast. Mm-hmm. Kylie Ashton said, fashion scandal. Colin says, I got to be ready in case of an emergency pool party. That's also a good point. What if we have a pool party? And then some people said some stuff about how it's basically shorts, and we're just going to kind of ignore that.
So all of that would be fine, right? Like, what if there was a pool party, blah, 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 blah. However, Mason is never, ever prepared for there to be swimming, which is why we literally had to buy shorts at Walmart in the first place.
Yeah.
So that's not even a good argument for you.
I'm ready now. That feels like victim blaming. If you were in a car accident and then like after that you started being very safe, and I was like,
interesting.
Bug was never worried about car accidents until she had one.
This is a bad faith attack on me, the person who's always trying to make sure he has his swimming gear, and he's like, it's fine, won't matter. I don't think it'll be a problem. And then
Do you remember anything we said when we got married? Do you remember in sickness and in health and all of that? Do you remember the forever and ever and the like in shorts and in pants?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying in shorts and in pants. I want to support you, but you have to be honest with yourself.
I am honest with myself. I don't like wearing shorts. I will wear shorts occasionally, and you know what? This is proof that I shouldn't. I trusted that I could wear shorts in this home without it being a thing. And now it is a thing. So now I will just simply never wear them again.
I mean, literally whatever you have to do is fine here, bro. It's just literally weird.
My wife just called me bro.
Yeah, it's weird that you're so bizarre about shorts. Nobody thinks it's a problem to wear them. Everyone's chill about it except you.
I don't like the way they look on my body. They make my lanternous legs look silly.
You have cute legs. I personally love the way they look. What I'm trying to do is have an intervention to support you into having more than one pair of shorts that you use for swimming.
Now I'm an even harder sell. That might have been trying to soften the blow. Absolutely not. I got a pair of shorts right now. They're black shorts. They go with anything. They're basketball shorts, so they're comfy. I'm only ever going to wear them in here and also at a pool on the rare occasion I go to a pool. So I have all I need.
I think that's fine. If that's what you want, that's fine. Whatever. Segment ended.
Now, okay, Bug. Now that doesn't feel very fair.
What do you mean?
I feel as though my lack of shorts acceptance is something that is deeply upsetting to you.
I am trying to help you embrace the part of you that clearly wants to wear shorts sometimes. I don't care if you wear them outside of the house or what, but I think it would be wise to have a separate shorts that you wear for swimming and to maybe have some lounge shorts that you clearly would like to have during the summer in our home.
So this is going to turn into Shortsgate if I'm ever photographed out in public with shorts on.
Well, you would be because you wear them to go swimming.
Yeah, but if it's out of context, if anyone ever gets a shot of me like walking down the street in shorts, what am I going to do?
I don't know. Maybe just don't be so weird about it and don't make it your whole thing that you don't wear shorts.
Can you imagine guy who walks around outside in shorts just looking at people and just screaming, "Don't record me," at people, at passersby?
Great way to get recorded.
Don't record me! Don't put this on your YouTube.
Great way to just be on YouTube and get recorded. Could get us famous.
Sid says, do you wear shorts to the water park? Yeah, of course I wear shorts to the water park.
You wore these to the water park.
No one can see my legs when I'm in the water. Duh.
No, we all know that doesn't make any sense. We were mostly riding slides.
Colin says swimming very scary to him. Yeah, I've almost drowned like 6 times.
Yeah.
I'm very, very bad at swimming. I tucker out pretty much immediately. I don't float super well, and I'm just not good at it. And I've almost drowned a lot. So swimming is not my favorite recreational activity.
Yeah.
I do love a pool, though. Pretty hard to drown in those. Not impossible. Not impossible.
Yeah, I don't actually think that makes any sense. It's definitely not hard to drown in a pool.
I don't know if this is illustrative of who I am as a person. I'm a bad swimmer. I've almost drowned a lot, but I'm also a crazy person because one of the bad experiences I had in a pool, I've never dove off a diving board before, but I was in high school and we had won the Destination Imagination state championships, and so we went to nationals, which happened in Knoxville, Tennessee, and we got to hang out on the University of Tennessee campus. And they had a pool that we were at one night. There was this kind of like hangout event, and this pool had diving boards. It had 2 heights. It had a low one and a really fucking high one. I don't know how high it was, but it felt like 20 feet. Yeah. It was high up enough that if you look over the edge, you'd go, whoa. It was one of those like really intense ones. And I was like, I got to do it. When am I ever going to do this? So I was like, all right, time to do a diving board. And our friends from Turkey that we had met there, our buddy team from Turkey, were like super good swimmers. And so one of the guys was showing me how to do a gainer from just the side of the pool. No diving board yet. Do you know what a gainer is?
I don't.
It's when you run and you jump and you do most of a backflip and then you enter the water with your head. So imagine if on flat ground you did a backflip and landed on top of your head. Yeah. You basically do that into the water. Or sorry, not a backflip, a backflip.
Yeah.
A slow backflip.
No, that makes sense.
Boom. So I was like, okay, cool. And I was practicing doing those off the ground. And I was like, sick. And I got a couple of them. And I was like, all right, cool. I think I got the feel for it. Because I used to do a lot of backflips on trampolines and front flips and shit. I like love doing that. I wanted to do gymnastics real bad. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to do a gainer off the top diving board. Why the hell not? And I just had enough, I don't know, teenage fucking energy and thoughtlessness. Went up to the highest diving board, ran off the end of it, jumped, start rotating my body backwards 3-dimensionally in space to line my head up with the water before I realized, wow, I'm just still going. I'm still falling. And then I realized that I'm losing control of my body and I'm rotating too much. And so I look up to see if I can see how far I am from the water. And as soon as I turn my face to look at the water, it's there. Oh. And I hit the water so hard that my vision turned white.
Yeah.
I've never at any other time in my life had that happen to me. My vision went white. I hit the water so hard. I was very disoriented and underwater. Swam like sideways and down before I like got up. One of the people jumped in and like yanked me up and pulled me out to the edge. And then I just sat there. I had a hell of a headache after that. It took a while for my brain to stop spinning. But that is that was one of times I've had that was a bad time in water. That one was my own fault. A lot of the other drowning, I guess you could argue, was my own fault, but was different than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very scary. As Lipo said, you can go blind from that. So happy you didn't. Yeah, me too.
Emily is also saying it sounds like you got a concussion.
Maybe. I'm not sure. I had a headache. I was a little disoriented. I've never...
I think it would be likely. I've never had a concussion I didn't... that I remember.
Yeah.
But I've certainly had a concussion.
I've been knocked out a few times. When I was a kid, I used to bike around.
Oh,
and,
you've definitely had a concussion because you've rattled yourself and then woken up later.
Yeah, there was one time I took my bike off a jump outside the library, and it wasn't a jump. It was just like a piece of dirt that was like a really good shape, and I just fucking was like, I'm going to hit that jump so hard. Shot straight up in the air, and I was like, wow, I'm like 8 feet up, and then lost my bike and just fell on my back, and then it was later in the day.
Yeah.
Because the library was like down this secluded place, and there was nobody there, so nobody fucking saw me. And if anyone did, they probably just thought I was chilling out, sleeping on the grass.
Dude, I've never had that experience because I was socialized as a girl, so I wasn't allowed to just fucking do shit like that. But I did, in my very limited scope of outside I was allowed to go to, managed to get a concussion that was so fucking bad. I flipped over the handlebars of my bike. I was riding on the sidewalk. I hit a root. I flipped over the handlebars of my bike. I was wearing a helmet, thank God, but I still hit the front of my head so hard. I woke up in an MRI machine.
That's so rough.
And I was like, okay, hello?
The shit that we did when we were kids, man. I haven't injured, knock on wood. I have not had something like that happen in the recent past. But I'm so glad my parents encouraged me to wear a helmet, because there was one time where I also went over my handlebars on pavement, and I was going so fast that I got lucky. I flipped over and I didn't land on my face on the pavement. My legs were above me. I landed on my head on my helmet at an angle, like a 45-degree angle. It was almost like someone stood up a pencil on a piece of paper and pushed it along. I slid along the ground on the forehead of my helmet like 12 feet and then fell on the ground. And I got back up and the top of my helmet was flat there. I
cannot stress enough how much you should wear a helmet anytime you are doing something where it's normal to wear a helmet.
Yeah.
Like anytime you're going faster than you can possibly run, you should wear a helmet.
Yeah,
like
dude.
It's crazy.
I'm about an inch away from wearing a helmet in the car at this age.
I mean, your car kind of is a helmet.
Your car is a helmet for your whole body.
Yeah, your car does stuff.
I drive a Toyota helmet.
What were we watching? We were watching a comparison of an older car and a newer car.
Oh, and a crash
with
test
the
video.
with the different crumple zones, and it's crazy because you know how people love to be like, we don't make them like we used to. Yeah, we don't make the center steering console where the fucking steering wheel connects to the car a post to impale you, and also the car crumples on purpose so that you don't.
Yeah, this isn't the best video of it, but sometime if you're bored, you should look up crash test videos of old cars versus newer cars, because while the old cars do seem to like be sturdier, right, and more of the car is like rigid, they do not protect the driver better. New cars, as they crumple and absorb all of the forces of that impact, are designed to not fold in the driver cavity, whereas old cars will just happily fold right the hell up on you. So, and even though they feel sturdier and they're made of heavy materials, it is not a safer choice.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of survivorship bias in that when people talk about we don't make cars like you used to, because the ones that are still around are obviously some of the better ones.
That's huge.
Anyway, Sid in chat checking out. Well, you know what? We've missed quite a few things, so I think it's time to go ahead and play this bumper that we got hanging around just for this occasion.
What about a cute and sweet little check-in with chat?
Scrolling up a little bit to hit some things that we missed. When I was telling my diving board story, Coyote said he's alive, so we know this ends okay-ish.
Yeah.
Scrolling down a little bit, Colin said, as far as having your vision go white, I've only had that happen once in my life. Scary shit when vision goes like that. Yeah, it's definitely a bad sign.
I had that happen once, but it was literally because I was doing the stupidest thing ever, and I was flashing an old camera flash into my eyes.
Oh, that's a different thing. Yeah, dude.
Until I just like whited out my vision.
One of the first really bad electrical shocks I got was from a flash camera.
Ooh,
Those little flash circuits will dump a lot of energy. And then the second worst one was 120 volts off of a thermostat thing.
And none of them were ever when you were an engineer?
No. Nope.
Yeah, makes sense, because that's why those safety guides are there.
Yep. Learned at a young age. Sid the Kingmaker said, Moss over here living in Concussion Nation. Hell yeah. I was having a hard time reading that. Maybe it's related. Sid also says, Ayo, I too flipped over my handlebars when mountain biking. Shout out helmets. Yeah.
Helmets are huge, y'all.
I really want to take up mountain biking also. It looks so fun.
Yeah.
I've like ridden mountain bikes for my whole life, but never like mountain biking.
Cycling is the only kind of exercise I like other than like dancing, and I wish that I could get into a habit of that. That'd be such a vibe.
Cody Astronaut says, I am 10 years older than y'all, and that was pre-helmets for kids as a norm. And how did we survive before? I have no idea. Yeah. When you're younger, you just bounce right out. I have memories of being like 12, 13 years old, and like we are riding our bikes just down the street and crashing head on into each other and going flying and then just getting back up.
Yeah.
Nowadays, if I like step off my bike too hard and hurt my ankle, I'll be like, ow, ooh, oh. It's just something when you're young, you just bounce around like rubber.
I feel like I've always just been like 30. Like as a kid, people would be doing stuff and I'll be like, I don't know, I think I'm going to twist my ankle on that.
Yeah. I've never been that safe with my body.
Yeah.
It's a miracle I'm still here, I guess. And in regards to old cars versus new cars, as Dean said, all that kinetic energy has to go somewhere, and that someone is you.
It sure does.
That's our cute and sweet little check-in with chat. It is 7:47 on the Bug and Moss Morning Telephone Show. How y'all feeling on this Tuesday? You ready for some Tuesday activities?
Oh, what are you going to do?
I'm going to be doing a lot of editing today.
Ooh.
I got an email about a new potential client gig, which is very exciting. Doing some more of those promo videos, kind of like we did. It's the same people that we did the Dionne Warwick video for.
Oh,
before,
hell yeah.
which is awesome. Yeah, super fun.
Yeah, not to brag, but we got to do a video that Dionne Warwick heard.
Yeah, it was for a concert
My
intro.
voice.
Brooke did the voiceover. I did the editing. It was fun.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm going to be working on that and business stuff, and so nothing fun. I'm not doing anything public facing today.
You are certainly recording lines for me.
I am certainly recording lines for you, but I'm not doing much streaming. I did 2 streams yesterday. We had Bones Crew, Big Walk at the evening, which was super fun. We had a great time. And then before that, I had done a little bit of Long Walk to Diamond City. So if you want to catch that episode, it is up on our Twitch.
And our stream schedule is up somewhere.
Yes, I made us a stream schedule template that we could print out and fill out and then take pictures of.
I'll throw it up on the Instagram after this episode.
I threw it up already on the Instagram.
Oh, it's on the Instagram.
It's on our Instagram. It's on my Tumblr and my Blue Sky, and it's on our YouTube as a post, and it's in our Discord. But I suppose I could show it. We could show it to you. You know, I guess we could show it to you.
It's pretty cute.
Yeah. Well, and that way also we can mention what we got going on this week. Because we got quite a few streams coming up. So yesterday did Long Walk to Diamond City and then Walk in Bone Style. On Wednesday at 4 p.m., I'm going to be doing another episode of Long Walk to Diamond City in Fallout 4 VR. Watch me make my way through the Commonwealth. I'm trying to do this long-form narrative improv in-universe sort of series. And it's been a lot of fun. And it's also going to be edited down into something you can watch with all of the, like, you know, maybe the lower paced bits cut out. But if you want to be there live and be immortalized in the series and maybe even name a teddy bear, we're rescuing teddy bears, and we got 7 of them, all of which have been named by viewers. That's going to be a lot of fun. On Thursday, we're bringing back America's Next Top Portal, except we're changing it up a little bit. On Thursday at 3 p.m., we're going to be doing a watch party for America's Next Top Model. And then at 5 p.m. on Thursday, we're going to be doing Kenshi's Next Top Hiver, where we're going to play Kenshi and talk about America's Next Top Model, among other things. It'll be a hangout and chat stream, but we're going to discuss, obviously, the things that we witness in our rewatch of America's Next Top Model, which, wow. That show, when you're watching it, if you've never watched it before, really a retrospective on early 2000s culture and toxicity.
I think it's actually, if you're wondering, hey, what was it like to be socialized as a girl? I highly recommend you join us.
Yeah, so
it will be very illuminating.
As for what's coming up this week, Wednesday at 4, another Long Walk to Diamond City, and then Thursday at 3 p.m. is our watch party. Join the Discord, bugandmoss.com. You can dial the magic telephone. Hop in the Discord. Everyone is welcome. Come and join us for the watch. And then at 5 p.m. on Thursday, join us for Kenshi's Next Top Hiver. Maybe we'll even start naming some characters after people who get voted off. Because in Kenshi, you collect up little survivors. It's like Skyrim, but if it was Dark Souls, and it controls like StarCraft, except it's also The Sims.
And it's also kind of Farmville.
Yeah. And I've downloaded a bunch of music that's a little more upbeat and fun to play with it, because the game has like kind of a creepy soundtrack.
The game, to be clear, has, I think, for me personally, some of the best sound design I have ever encountered in a game.
It's weird and good.
It's deeply immersive, but it is so unsettling, not scary, just unsettling and atmospheric that often Mason and I will just be like, what is that? And it will always be some fucking sound in this game.
Yeah, if Kenshi is running, it's always the sounds are amazing.
And it's particularly striking because we got a new TV. Shout out to Jill, and we don't yet have a thing that will allow us to play Mason's computer through the TV. We have speakers. We have nice speakers. Well, we have speakers that aren't the TV ones, and we don't have the splitter that we need. So we're just listening to things through, I think, the worst TV speakers I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
So the sound design even comes through those.
Yeah. So Dean has asked, is the game anything like Harvest Moon? I register concepts based on Harvest Moon.
Well,
so I'm going to show you, this is what Harvest Moon looks like. These are sort of screenshots, kind of like a Stardew vibe going on, right?
Yeah.
A little bit. And then this is Kenshi. So not exactly.
There's also a total dearth of images of Kenshi online. I was looking for character models the other day. It looks so much weirder than the internet is leading you to believe.
Yeah, it's one of those games that's like impossible to screenshot, and then you see it in action. It is both like retro and sort of new. I can't seem to get a good enough image. It's very cool. It's like Dark Stardew in a way.
Kind of, yeah.
I've built a big settlement where we've got all sorts of mining and food operations and farming, and everyone has jobs and duties. But we're also looking out for things like blood spiders that want to eat your blood, and skin spiders that want to eat your skin, and bandits that want to steal your skin, and robots that might steal your skin. And you can lose limbs in battles, and the only way to get stronger is to almost die. So it's kind of this like grim, dark, weird Sims game. It's super fun. And something that's interesting that I've noticed is I've downloaded a bunch more upbeat music for when we hang out and stream it. It changes the vibe completely it's funny because the aesthetics stay the same, but with the music, it becomes sort of this cozy weirdo vibe. Well, it's going to be good.
And the
I'm
thing
really
about
excited.
Kenshi that I really appreciate, I've felt inspired to play it myself because I think I would play really different, obviously, than Mason does.
I don't play it very well.
Well, no, I mean, like, the game is you can't start Kenshi and immediately, like, be sure you're not going to die. That's not how it's designed. Dying is part of it, but it is such a cool, seriously, genuinely open world game that you really have to know what you're getting into, or I think you will probably be disappointed when you start because there is no story.
It's one of those, there is a story. It's just happening around you. You're not important.
It's a world that you're in, and you have to decide who you're going to be in that world. But it's not hand-holding you. Like, it's very, very cool. It feels like the truest sandbox type thing I've ever seen. Like, you're just in there.
Yeah, that's why it's like Skyrim, but controls like StarCraft. It's so fun. I really wish more people would play this game. It's not like it's unknown. It definitely has, a fair amount of people playing it. But it describes itself as an open-world, squad-based sandbox RPG set in a brutal sword-punk wasteland.
It's cool.
So it's sword-punk.
Yeah, it is. It's doing that sort of like samurai, sci-fi, post-apocalyptic thing.
Yeah. Dean Meechan says, Dark Dew Valley.
Hell yeah.
A baker.
I love that.
Hell yeah. So that's what's going on. Oh, also in the Fallout streams, Colin is the DJ on the radio.
It's so good.
Colin in the chat said, I have to send more shit your way, Moss, for Fallout and for that thing you asked me for like 3 weeks ago. Yeah, Colin voices the voice of the radio, which I also had to replace with music that I have licensed so that we can stream it. I've put a lot of work into Long Walk to Diamond City. We're finding the rhythm with it. So definitely join us for those streams that are going on the rest of this week.
That's all super exciting. I want to bring up something that we haven't talked about in a little while.
Okay, what's that? Oh, also, Mama Millipede says, duty.
Duty is huge. I want to talk about wishes.
Wishes? We're going to end the show on wishes?
Yeah, we're going to end the show on wishes.
Okay.
Do you, Moss, remember what you said to me last night? Not last night, but pretend
the night before?
A night as we were falling asleep.
I know that I had come to you and I said, Bug, I think I have a wish that I could make with a genie that would be okay.
Did you? Are we talking about the same thing?
Now, I thought we were.
Because I asked you about a wish. I was like, if you could... My question, I'll just go ahead and say, was I was like, we had talked about, and this came up in this episode, how we both always kind of wanted to do gymnastics. And we both like gymnastics equipment and stuff, and we're really into the idea of learning how to be physical with our bodies in that way, which is how we met Jodine Hinkle. We did acro yoga.
Yeah, we got to do more of that. They do yoga every Sunday.
Super fun. We really need to do more of it. But I said, if you could have any piece of gymnastics equipment, because this is like really specialized, really expensive equipment. If you could have any piece just in your house,
oh, I forgot about that.
What would it be? And obviously, I said the balance beam, and I was torn between the balance beam and the pommel horse because I'm like, these are both things that I'm just probably never going to have access to.
If you could have any gymnastics stuff.
Yeah, if I could wish, one might say, I didn't even realize it, but then I was like, this is a wish. If I could wish and just have no strings attached, any sort of gymnastics equipment, Moss, what did you wish for?
I said the dust. You know the dust that they clap around? It looks like fun. They got the buckets of dust they stick their hands in. I'd wish for the dust. Poof, poof, poof. Imagine I could walk around the house and whenever I wanted to be like, all right, Bug, it's time to do some stuff, I could be like, puff, 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 puff. Have like puffy clouds of dust. My hands would be all ready.
So, in a world much like our own, in that it is our own, where we can't afford any gymnastics equipment and we don't even have access to it, Moss wished for chalk.
Dust, yeah. Big old bucket of dust. Lots of it.
I tried to explain to him that we can buy chalk now.
You think yeah. Well, Bug, yeah, your excuse for saying my wish was bad was that we could afford that one. So why wouldn't we get something we couldn't afford?
Well, my excuse wasn't even just affording it, because we can't really afford anything right now, but it was also just like, that's so accessible to us.
But the thing that I said was I would then wish for a lot of it, a lifetime supply of dust.
But then I said, Moss, where do we keep that?
Infinite dust bucket. A bucket that never runs
magic?
out of dust. It could be.
That wasn't part of it the other night.
It wasn't.
He's adding
But now
that.
I'm thinking about it, and why not just a bucket of dust that you know, doesn't ever run out?
Bug Fan Club said this is like that episode of Bob's Burgers where he plays with a sponge and realizes he had a bad childhood.
I don't think I've seen that episode. Dean says, hey, Moss, that's just chalk dust. Mama Millipede says chalk and a blender. Chalk and a blender. Sid says, brother, you can get that chalk. Yeah, but I could wish for that chalk also. A genie could get me that chalk. It'd probably be cleaner.
Why does Coyote Astronaut ask in chat, does Bug know about the onion bagels?
Okay, so Coyote Astronaut did send a message to chat that says, does Bug know about the onion bagels? And no, I did not bring up the onion bagels with Bug. I did not tell Bug about the onion bagels.
What did you do?
On Blue Sky, I did say that I have a genie wish. I did, and I didn't tell you about it because I knew you wouldn't like it, but I was on Blue Sky, and I was thinking, I've got a wish. I've got a wish that I think is good. I said if I could wish for anything, I'd wish for a bag of infinite onion bagels.
Okay.
A bag, and when I reach into it, onion bagel. That's all. No big deal.
Okay.
Yeah, right, Seabug? It's not a big deal.
Is that really what you said?
That is really what I said.
There's not more to it?
There is a little more to it.
Okay.
But it's the crux of what I said.
At where it is, I think that's your best wish I've ever heard.
Okay, really?
But I need to know the rest.
You think that's better than pooping extension cords?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
This is a wish that feels for you the least likely to go bad, the most simple, the least life ruining, and the most life improving. This is a very moderate, strong, good wish because it implies to me infinite bag of holding. You'll always be able to reach in and get, okay, so what'd you say?
So I'll run you through the whole story. I was on Blue Sky. If you want to follow me on Blue Sky, I'm at wickedinterest.ing on Blue Sky. And I said, if I found a genie, I would wish for an infinite bag of onion bagels. My life would turn around completely if I only had an infinite bag of onion bagels.
Your wording is crazy here.
What do you mean?
What is an infinite bag?
An infinite bag. Well, here's the thing. Coyote Astronaut then replied and said, okay, it's time for some follow-up questions.
Thank you, Coyote.
Does the bag contain infinite bagels or does it generate them? 2, is the bag infinitely large or is it an extra dimensional space like a bag of holding? And 3, if the bag contains bagels, does it preserve freshness or is the clock ticking here?
And then Mason, like an AI, said, I love this.
Like an AI, get lost. I said, like a human being with heart and feelings, I said, I love this. It's not just interesting, but cool. No, I said, I love this. And my answers were, it generates one instantly the moment your fingers move with the genuine intention of grasping a bagel from the bag.
Okay.
That's a pretty good trigger mechanism, I think.
Yeah, that feels good.
Then I said, because of the above, it can just be a normal bag. And I did say this is probably where the wish goes wrong somehow, because I know everyone's always on my back about my genie wishes. And then I also said, I think they're fresh and the clock is ticking upon existing.
So there's a lot I need to unpack about the lore in this Blue Sky post. You said it generates one instantly the moment your fingers move with the genuine intention of grasping a bagel from the bag.
Yes, ma'am.
What the syntax of this sentence implies there is some it that you have not established.
The bag.
But you didn't say that.
Oh.
And then you say the moment your fingers move with the genuine intention of grasping a bagel from the bag, I don't know where your fingers are. So what I'm imagining right now is anytime you think about a bagel and move your fingers, you have cast a spell.
With the intention of grasping a bagel. So if you're like, I'm going to grab a bagel, and you move your fingers to grab it, that's when the bagel is created, right?
Okay, so that's fine. Then in the next sentence, don't scroll down, I'm not done. You say, because of the above, it can just be a normal bag. How is that the case? Because what you have just implied, I thought, is that the bag generates a bagel.
So I guess that would make the bag abnormal. But it would not be extra dimensional, is what I meant. Now,
okay.
I get how you're genie lawyering, but Coyote also brought up some other things that I think we should. I almost said that I think we should invalidate.
We're gonna go a couple minutes long, and this is important.
Coyote says, okay, so I had additional thoughts and pulled treefroggy84.blueskies.social into it. Where does the matter for the bagels come from? Is it just new matter that violates thermodynamics, or does it come from something? If new matter, how many bagels does it take to create a problem, TM? And then Coyote also said, if it comes from random other matter, how often does it just pick like somebody's heart or like a load,
all good questions,
or a load-bearing strut? Obviously, this bag would potentially be a great boon in easing hunger, but depending on the physics, I'm imagining Earth gaining 8 billion bagels worth of mass.
Okay, and what'd you say?
I said, like a human. I said, ooh, these are very good points. Maybe each bagel gets its atoms from the body of a billionaire at random?
Well,
I thought that might solve it. And
I love your Death Note decision here.
Well, you know, some of them deserve it. And Coyote said, I have a diabolical plan, but it involves a currency to matter conversion that allows the user to extract bagel while deducting from the billionaire's worth and a food bank volunteer shift.
I mean, there's something here.
At that point, we're getting into genie engineering, and the wish needs to become highly specific.
And what I would like to say is I'm going to let Moss off the hook for now because this isn't his worst wish. And I'd like to...
I wish I had a bumper that was like, not my worst wish.
We'll make one. I would like to explore, and Coyote and everyone maybe can think about this before we come back tomorrow. Coyote, I think you'd make a really good genie. I feel like your energy is totally correct. Like, you're kind of the evolution of genie, or sort of this like wish granting magical being that I want to see, because you're not really mean-spirited at all, but you're just sort of like, listen, the laws of physics apply. The general, everyone has the same rules. I'm just an arbiter of them.
Yeah.
And I want you to have a good wish, but that really like isn't up to me if you say shit like this.
Yeah, Coyote, you would do great in genieing. I don't know if there's like a program near you. I know they're very limited.
I could really, like, it's like, I feel like I'd be a really good doula, like of any kind. Like, I think I could do birth and death.
That's more attainable.
Well, no, but I'm saying this is like a doula.
Oh,
you're like a wish doula.
Oh, Coyote could be a wish doula.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You know what? Yeah, and Coyote also in chat said, I've played enough D&D to know the world can break.
That's a beautiful sentence.
That is a beautiful... I want a t-shirt that says that.
I've played enough D&D to know the world can break.
And then like a crying face.
Yeah.
I feel like my friend Elias also might be a good wish doula, because I think that is where the most wishes I have made have gone wrong have been in D&D campaigns.
Okay, now I'm kind of obsessed. I want to create a D&D, like a world for a tabletop game that is sort of wish-based.
Oh.
Go on.
The merch just made itself. Well, the merch didn't make itself. Our amazing community of creative people have just come together. Coyote Astronaut said I've played enough D&D to know the world can break.
Oh, yeah, I see now.
You said we should put on a shirt. Sid said I would love that merch, and Mama Millipede said a cracked D20. Yeah, we gotta draw
and
this.
I'm imagining it's gotta look like badass, like the kind of thing you'd paint on the side of a van.
Yeah,
like
And Lightbulb said, remind me later to draw a genie Coyote Astronaut talking over wishes with Moss Frog.
Please, God.
Lightbulb, that would be amazing. Also, Lightbulb, if you want to take a crack at a cracked D20, I might also try my hand at that, because I think I can do a geometric shape like that. I could probably
so
do
cool.
it in. I might try and do it in Blender and see what's up. But I do think a sketchy style would look good. Let's make this shirt.
Yeah.
Let's just make the merch we want to see in the world. Who needs merch with show names on it?
Yeah, let's do something fun.
We need merch with bullshit on it. That's amazing. And then I just want to make a merch store that's just for Lightbulb and Coyote.
Yeah, if anybody just has something they want, we'll just put it up in there.
Yeah. And we're all selling it all at cost, so it's not like any of us are.
Yeah, we're marking it down like to what they'll let us.
And then we'll jack the price up to $400, and then we'll route all that money to whoever drew the thing. Boom.
We need to what I really need is to be able to have different levels of it where if you're in the freak forest, it's all at cost. And then if you're not, it's it's more.
Yeah, that's funny. This feels like a scheme that could go, but we can work out the details together.
Yeah, we'll talk about this off air, kind of figure some stuff out.
I think between all of us, we can start a merch store, and maybe we can all crawl our way up to a new income bracket.
Yeah.
Sid says, I just told McKay because this is very funny. Shout out to McKay. Dean Meechan says, Crazy Bug and Moss's niche t-shirt shop. Yes,
Ooh,
please.
yes.
I'm very down for that.
I want us to be the shop in a Mario Party game. We're just check out our orbs.
Yeah, come check out our orbs. All right, it is 8:06 on the Bug and Moss Morning Telephone Show. I think it's time for us to start skittering on out of here. But thank you all for spending your hour this morning hanging out with us. I hope you're feeling energized, vibed up, and gassed up, ready to face your Tuesday, whatever that might entail. And hopefully we'll catch you tomorrow morning for more nonsense. Maybe some more games and quizzes. I'll see if I can't whip together a quiz deck. And also, if you want to design a quiz for us to take, go to bugandmoss.com/quiz deck. Build us a quiz and shoot it in the Discord. 848-MOSS-BUG is the number to call if you want to leave a voicemail. We've also got one of those that we can get to tomorrow. Sid says, wear your Toyota helmet. That's good advice. Mama Millipede's going to go to sleep. Thank y'all for being here. Thanks for joining. And I love you, Bug.
I love you, Moss.
This is Bug and Moss.
Yahoo!